Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I finally worked my May hooks and needles box. I know, I worked the June box before I worked the May box. Hi Toby, is your face in front of my camera? Okay, so I have to do a review. Of course I have to do a review. Now, as I explained, I think in the last video where I did the June box, the hooks and needles box, it's a cute little pink box that comes, it's a subscription box, and there's usually some kind of tools or gadgets or whatever in the box. There's enough yarn to do whichever project takes the most yarn, and they usually have, they're supposed to have 3 to 5 patterns. Is that right, Toby? Is that right? Hi baby. But yes, I'm sitting in Toby's favorite spot because it's right by the window. My fault, totally my fault. But there's 3 patterns in this box. So the first pattern, Easy Breezy Kitchen Towel. The second pattern, Bathroom Essentials Organizer. And the final pattern, sorry, I should put like tabs on these things or something. The final pattern is a cinch bag. Now I love bags, I do, but I have been wanting to for a while make some button towels. So I chose to do the button towel pattern just because that's on my list of things that I wanted to work on and make to give as gifts for family, and maybe post something to Etsy. But this is listed as a beginner level crochet pattern, and I will say, yes, it is a very easy pattern. It was very easy to follow. I made, and there was a ball of cream colored yarn, there was a ball of pink, and there was a ball of green, because the bag takes 3 colors, that the pattern for the bag. So I did end up having to use some of the cream, and here's why. So this towel says that it takes 100 grams of yarn to make, and I ran out. It was close. So what I ended up doing is the towel part in the pink, and then I did the top part where the button goes with the cream. And when I got this towel done, I was like a little displeased. For starters, like this is not their fault. The pattern's great. I crochet a little bit tighter than others do, so this could have been maybe a little bit looser. So I really needed to go up a hook size. I do try to start by following the pattern and using exactly the hook size, exactly the yarn, and sometimes it works out great. Like these bandanas from the June box. They came out absolutely gorgeous just following the pattern and the instructions. This one here could have used, and my other thing was this section here needed to be just a little bit longer. Like this will barely button around the dowel rod for the towels in the bathroom. It's a stretch if I'm trying to put it on the handle of my stove. So this did need to be changed and more rows added. So very cute. I think the pink button I picked matched very well. It doesn't come with the button. They did send some buttons, but the buttons they sent were way too small for button towels. But luckily I have some large buttons in my button tin specifically for button towels, because I really was planning to make button towels. So anyway, so I was just a little bit, I don't really like it on the pink one. So then I remade, and I made it with the green, and I went, because this one took an H hook, or 5mm 8. There's like different names for the sizes. I bumped up one size to the I hook for the second towel. So I used the green ball to make the towel part, and then I did the same thing with the green because there was not enough green either to do the whole thing. So I did the main towel part, because you crochet the shell stitch, the towel. You make the towel first, and the bottom is scalloped because of that shell stitch. And that's because you flip it, and the flat side where you started with your foundation chain is how you make the top. Like, you crochet across what was the bottom, but now it's the top. So this one I liked better, and then I added 4 rows to this part here. I added 4 rows. So 1 hook size up, and then adding 4 rows. And then I chose a button. I'm not so sure that this was the greatest button for this, because it's not quite like shaped right. It seems to hold. If I put it on something, hang it on something, it does hold. But this one turned out so much better. I really love the heart button. I bought 2 of them. I think they come in a 2-pack. I don't know. But I bought them specifically for button towels because I thought, oh, that's really, really cute. So I do like how the green one turned out, and I love the little button that I chose that is heart-shaped. So overall, I love the pattern. I only had to tweak it mildly in order to love it. So I would say that's a pretty big positive there. And now this is something that I can make to ship for Christmas gifts, because I want to start working Christmas gifts. In July, I want to start working on Christmas gifts for family. And I even bought some, those poly mailers that those of us who craft like to ship crochet items in. I bought some Christmas poly mailers. So as I create Christmas gifts, I'm going to package them up and then have them labeled with the person's name and address already on it. And they'll have like a bag or a bin or something where I'll pile them up. And then in December, then I get to ship them. So hopefully I will have gifts for everyone by December. It'll be interesting to find out. But yeah, no, I really like how this one turned out, and I actually am going to start another one. I really love this green one. I'm thinking about keeping the green one. Hard to say. I definitely want another button towel, because I made one myself with no pattern one time, and I made it way oversized. The sizing is much better on these. Much better. But I mean, if I made myself another one, my plan was to scale way back on the size anyway, because I know I overdid it. The one that hangs on my stove is super duper big, and it's in a fall color. I chose like an orange. Well, hey, Toby. So anyway, that is the plan, and I'm really excited to finally have sat down and worked the May box. Now, there are other patterns in the Hooks and Needles pattern book, and there may be times where I try to work up, like I may like more than one pattern, so I may still go back and do the bag from the May box and then the bag from the June box, because I do really love bags, and there's no reason I can't, do all the patterns. Just get into my giant stash of yarn, pick out some yarn, and make another bag. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching my review of the May Hooks and Needles box. I really love it, and like I said, I love how the second one turned out. So whatever I did for the second one, I'm gonna have to get a pen and write some notes on the pattern so that I remember the alterations if there's like a space of time where I don't make one and then I decide I'm going to make another one, because that happens too. I do have more pot holders that I have to make for friends and family. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later.